Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being with us today. We're going to give everyone a few minutes to jump in and then we'll get started. We see lots of folks coming in, so we're delighted that there's so much interest. We'll give everyone just one more minute to arrive. Okay, well, we will get started. Thank you all so much for being with us today. We know that it's been just a really life-changing 6 months, but we're very happy to all be here today, and thank you for making the time. We're going to go over the new Flood Recovery Fund in partnership with the Community Foundation of the Texas Hill Country today. So we'll go through all of the details of the different options. This session is being offered in both English and Spanish. And so if you'd like to listen in Spanish, you'll just need to select the interpretation button that looks like a little globe at the bottom of your screen. And then we recommend that you select mute original audio so that you don't hear both languages happening at once.
Buenas tardes. Para escuchar en español en los controles de la reunión o en el seminario web, haga clic en la interpretación, haga clic en el idioma que desea escuchar, español. Para escuchar solo el idioma interpretado, haga clic en silenciar audio original. Esto es opcional.
Thank you. To introduce myself, my name is Lilian Spenley. I am the Development Operations Manager here at Lift Fund. If many of you worked with Lift Fund back in July and August of last year for the various programs we offered then. And so I know many of you already and look forward to working with you again and meeting those of you who we didn't work with at that time. We are delighted to have with us Jane Zirkle from the Community Foundation. Jane and the whole team over there have been instrumental in providing this support, multiple rounds of support to the community as we all work collectively to rebuild. We're so honored to be partnering with the foundation for this next round or next phase of rebuilding. And Jane, the floor is yours.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. I've been with the foundation for almost 15 years, but before that, I bought and sold 3 small businesses in my earlier career. So I know what it's like to be a small business owner, and I know what it's like to have people depend upon you. So I appreciate you joining us today because small businesses matter. You create jobs, you anchor our Kerr County community, and you keep everyday life running. Early action also mattered, and the foundation was able to commit and invest $5 million in those first 45 days to over 550 small businesses in the area. But it wasn't enough because when small businesses close, jobs disappear and recovery stalls. And so that's why we're here today. We've announced a $10 million investment in the LIFT Fund as a partner, and we're hoping that this will bring about more stabilization and growth for our Kerr County community. You matter. You are important. Small businesses are integral in this recovery process, and I'm thankful that you're here. And so with that, I'd like to turn it back over to Lillian. Thank you.
Thank you, Jade. We'll also have a little bit later my colleague from Lift Fund joining us to chime in and discuss some of the programs. But right now we will jump right in. We're going to go through, so this program includes three different offerings. There's a grant, there's a loan, and there's coaching, business coaching, both through some workshops and one-on-one help that we can provide to you. And so we'll go through each of those, but we'll start with the grant side and then move to the loans and then the coaching. So the grants for this program are up to $50,000. And we'll show you soon how those are, calculated. We will review all applications that we receive and look at both the stated and the documented information that you provide. So the application opened actually on January 13th, on Tuesday. We had a press conference and the application opened at that time. The application will be open until June 15th at 5 p.m. or until funds are exhausted. So whichever of those come first. Then the application review period will begin. It's already begun and will continue until we work our way through all of the applications. And then the award notifications and funding will begin by the end of January and continue through the end of June. So to qualify for the grant, you must be a small business or nonprofit organization that was operating on or before July 1 of 2025. You must be located in Kerr County or Comfort, Texas, and then you have to have suffered some type of negative economic impact from, and that is your business or nonprofit from the flood. So that could be physical damage to your property or loss of equipment, or it could be just economic losses as a result of, having been shut down or decline in customer traffic. If you did receive a prior grant from Lift Fund in our early immediate round of funding, you are certainly eligible for this round again and for consideration. I want to pause and welcome Adrian Gonzalez, Lift Fund's Chief CDC Officer, who is there on the ground almost daily, who many of you have met and shook hands and hugged and cried with in person. So Adrian, thank you very much for being here. And of course, when we get to the loan piece, I'll let you take charge.
Thank you, Liliana. And I apologize for being a few minutes late.
No. So the grant, if you are selected for funding, can really be used for most business-related expenses, for things, impacts from the flood. So whether that's payroll for your employees and health care benefits, contractors, paying contractors that you have, working capital, covering your rent or your utility bills on your business location, payments to replace inventory and supplies, buying new equipment and machinery that were lost due to the flood. The document list that we will need for the grant is going to be your valid ID, and we just need to make sure that it is current. So if it has expired, we may want to work on renewing that. Your business formation document, so whether that's your assumed name certificate that was filed with the county or your certificate of formation or incorporation through the Secretary of State, your most recent business utility bill, so we can verify your address. And then we're going to look at some financials. The financials that we need are going to depend on when you started the business. So if you began the business before January of 2025, we're going to ask you for your 2024 business tax return and then your 2025 profit and loss so that we can look and compare and see the losses that you've had there. If you began your business after January 1, 2025, then we're going to ask you for your January through June 2025 P&L and a July through December one so that we can compare your pre-flood period to your after flood period. Now we know, there are all kinds of different issues that you may have with documentation. We know some folks have filed an extension for the 24 return. And various other issues. So we're happy to work with you on that. We can also help you in putting together a profit and loss statement if you need. And we can take a look at the bank statements and work with you on that. So we are here to support you with that documentation, but we are going to need to see the financials. Then we will ask you for your most recent business bank statement. We're going to ask for a voided check so that if you are awarded, we know what count to deposit the funds into. If you don't have a voided check because you don't use a checkbook or you no longer have the checkbook, you can obviously, of course, go to the bank. We can also accept a direct deposit form that you can usually download if you have online banking. So different options there. Then if you did have physical damage to your business location, we're going to ask you for all of the, invoices, receipts, estimates, quotes for new equipment that you've paid out or that you still need to pay out to see the extent of the damages. If you have received funding from other sources, including Lift Fund in the past, we're going to ask you for an attestation of no duplication of funds. We just need to verify that, whatever the funds from this grant will be used for, that those aren't already being covered by another grant. And then again, if you had physical damage, we'll ask you for 3 photos of those damages. And then for everyone, we want to see one picture of your business prior to the flood. We want to see what things looked like before this tragedy. And then lastly, we'll ask you for a grant resolution. And that's just a simple document that says you understand that you are accepting the grant on behalf of the business and that the funds are taxable. And we'll provide the template for that resolution as well as the no duplication of funds within the application. So that's not something that you need to find or create. We'll provide that for you. Nonprofits, as I mentioned, are also eligible for this grant. And if you are a nonprofit, we're just going to, in addition to the documents that we just saw, also ask you for your list of board of directors and a 501c3 determination letter. Now you can apply online at liftfundforms.cloud.bmisw.com/grant/Kerr County Flood. However, we'll show you the website in a moment where you can get to that. So you definitely don't need to remember that long, complicated website. The application takes about 30 minutes to an hour for most people to complete, but you can save your work, begin it and save your work and come back in at a later point if you aren't able to do it all in one sitting. And so that's where we are on the grants, and we will have a Q&A session after we've gone through all of the different programs as part of this opportunity. But feel free at any point to post questions in the Q&A, and we can answer those as we go or answer them live once we during the Q&A. So with that, I will turn it over to Adrian for the loan portion.
Thank you, Lilian. And again, I apologize for being a few minutes late. I got caught helping someone in person here at the office here in Kerrville. Thank you all for taking the time to join us on this call. The flood recovery loan product. You are eligible for both the loan as well as a grant. So you can apply for both. and the loan will be at 0% interest. Whereas in the past, that was not the case. If you got the grant, the interest rate was a little bit higher on the loan. In this round, 0% interest on the loan, even if you do qualify for a grant from us. So strongly recommend that if you need more than $50,000 that you apply for both. Loans are at 0% interest. Under 100,000, it's 0% interest for the life of the loan. If they are over 100,000 and the loan term needs to be longer than 5 years, for example, you're borrowing money to rebuild your property and a 15-year amortization makes more sense, the loan will be at 0% for the first 5 years only. At the end of the 5 years, and payments will be based on a 15-year amortization if necessary. However, at the end of 5 years, the interest on that loan will go up to whatever the market rates are at that point. The reason for this is because we have limited funding and we want to stretch out that funding as much as we can and impact as many small businesses as possible. So please keep that in mind. We're going to have very flexible repayment terms of 12 to 120 months. So you can borrow $100,000 and possibly get a 10-year payout at 0%. However, keep in mind, if it's over 100,000, that can change. Again, this does work alongside a grant. You can get both. If you got a previous loan from us at the 5% rate, please come talk to us. We might be able to help you out with that 5% rate. There is no commitment fee, no origination fee, no fees such as origination, underwriting, no fees associated with this loan. And there are no prepayment penalties. I do need to clarify that should we incur a cost to do that loan for you, such as we need to file a deed of trust, we need to file a UCC financing statement to establish a lien, those hard costs will be passed on to the borrower, but those will be minimal. I do want to point out again, no prepayment penalty on these loans. We have had opportunities to talk to some small business owners that are working on additional grant support for their businesses over and above the 50 and they're looking for grants from other sources. But we don't know when those grants are going to come in. Consider taking the loan out now at 0%, no commitment fees, because it has no prepayment penalties. And should you get additional support later on down the road, pay off the loan early. All right. Take advantage of that no cost loan. Keep in mind that the quicker you get your business back up and running, the faster you're able to re-employ staff, the faster you are able to help other small businesses, and the faster you will be able to create that revenue stream for you again. So please consider both options. Come talk to us. Here we are at 98 Coronado, Tuesday through Thursday from 9:30 to 3:30. We have a Lift Fund representative here in person. More than happy. I'm personally here today till the end of the day, till about 4. And next week I will be here Tuesday through Thursday personally. Consider both. The loan terms are very, very flexible, very aggressive, and very reasonable. So a grant and a loan could get you all the funding you need to get your business back open and running.
Yes, thank you. So in addition to the grants and the loans, we're also, as I mentioned, going to be offering some workshops and coaching that are tailored just for you all. We're going to be offering 4 different sessions on kind of growing your online presence and growing your brand. What we heard from so many of you last year was, I'm starting to get back on my feet a little bit, but the tourism just isn't there. And it seems like folks don't know that we're reopen and that we're here and ready to welcome people back into our doors. And so we're going to offer a few different workshops each month between February and May. On those, we have a wonderful presenter and coach with those. It's a 2-hour workshop, and those are online, so you can attend from anywhere. In addition to those, after that session, if you feel inspired and are ready to get some help with your individual, sites, whether that's, Facebook, social media, LinkedIn, or a website, you can work one-on-one with our coach to work through whatever help you need on your specific sites. We're also going to be offering an in-person session at the end of February on the 26th, and it'll be a full half-day workshop from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And this is really helping you to use AI to help you just move more efficiently and streamline some of your processes. It can help you quickly analyze your financials and see, where you may have some gaps and where you need to, where you can forecast for the future. It will help you in building, quick customer messaging to your customers to let them know you're still here. It can help you with marketing. It can help with, different processes like invoicing and, payroll and those type of things. And so we'll have an expert there for you to work, on the spot with you so that you can walk out of there with some things being put into place. And then again, for any type of need, whatever it is that you want to discuss, you can meet one-on-one with one of our coaches and experts to help you through your very, unique and specific challenges that you need help with. To register for all of these and to apply for the grant or the loan, you can apply on our website, which is liftfund.com/Kerr County Small Business Recovery Program. And we can visit there right now. If you go to the website, and I'll post this link into the chat for this session, you can see here, if you scroll down, you'll see the info for the grant and for the loan and the apply now buttons for each on the site. And then a list for the grant of the required documents, as well as the registration for our upcoming info session, which will be on January 26th. It'll be the same session as what we're sharing today, so no need to attend the second one, but you're welcome to, certainly if you like. We will post a recording and the slides from today's session on the sites in the next couple of days, so you'll be able to refer back to them if you need. And then for all of those coaching sessions and workshops, you'll be able to click here to get to the registration links for those. And then just some more information here. So we, in addition to all of those things that we've just gone over, Lift Fund does have, a few other options and services. We do offer workshops all the time. They're all for free. And so you can visit our calendar of events at liftfund.com/events, as well as our business resource hub, where we have coaches that can meet with you on any variety of needs that you have. And then, of course, outside of this very special loan product, Lift Fund has all different types of loans, on a regular basis. As Adrian mentioned, we are there in person to assist you Tuesdays through Thursdays from 9:30 to 3:30 p.m. We are at 98 Coronado there in Kerrville. You're welcome to just walk in. You don't need to make an appointment. And we've got several staff members each of those days to help you with submitting the application or just to answer any questions that you have. You can also, for the grants, you can reach out to our grant team. We have a dedicated phone line for questions about the grants, which is 800-923-9551 or sbgrants@liftfund.com. And then on the loan side, we also have our number, which is 888-215-2373, or you can email us at info@liftfund.com. And you can find all of that contact information here on the site. So no need to frantically write it down or try and remember. That grant info is here in the grant section. That loan info is here in the loan section. So with that, that is all the information that we have. We know we've thrown a lot at you. So I see we have a few questions that have come in through Q&A, and please feel free to ask us anything. This is a loan question. So if I get the loan, when do the payments start on the loan?
The payments will start um, the first payment will be due 30 to 45 days from the origination of the loan. So they will start very soon after the loan uh, is approved and funded.
Great. And then another question, what are the hours for the Coronado office? Again, that'll be Tuesday through Thursday, 9:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m.
And I do want to add, being that we are bringing staff up daily from San Antonio, from our headquarters, we apologize for the short hours, but I promise you, if you come in and talk to us, you will have our undivided attention, and we will try to answer all your questions very quickly.
Yes. Oh, another loan question. What are the supporting docs that you'll be looking at for the loan application?
We are going to be looking at all the standard documentation for any loan that you apply for, financial statements, tax returns, estimates on, for the repairs or the equipment that you're buying, or whatever the loan proceeds are going to be used for. We're going to want to understand the cost of those things that you're going to fund with the loan. But keep in mind that we clearly understand that businesses were impacted in 2025, and we will look at prior years, 23 and 24, as we're trying to qualify you for a loan to see how your business was doing pre-flood.
Yes. No more questions for the moment, but we'll stay here and available. The other thing that I will mention is for both programs, these are on a first come, first served basis. So again, we'll be available as long as the funds are available, but we do encourage you to, begin your application now and don't wait until the end.
And again, we are here at 98 Coronado Tuesday through Thursdays, 9:30 to 3:30. If you need someone after 3:30, let us know ahead of time, and we can arrange to have someone available a little bit later into the day on those days.
Oh, we have someone else asking on the repayment term of the loan, and that would be 30 to 45 days after you receive those loans, that loan.
Correct. I just want to say that being here in person, it has been truly enjoyable to be part of this community, to meet so many people who have come in to visit us and talk to us. And our team is very motivated to try to help you all get beyond this situation.
Yes.
The loan can be used for just about anything the business might need. It could be working capital needs because you lost revenue and you need to replenish some working capital. It can be used to replenish lost equipment, lost inventory, lost assets. It can be used to repair, rebuild a structure or real property that may have been damaged by the flood. It basically can be used for any eligible loan purpose, but we are going to be focusing the loan on helping businesses recover that need the funds to recover from damage or economic impact from the flood. Yes, you will be eligible for another grant. If you have already gotten a grant, will you be eligible for another if our business has not yet recovered? Yes, most definitely. This grant program, you're eligible for it regardless of whether you got grants from us or anybody else in the past. And also, you're eligible if you received a loan from us in the past. So receiving funding in the past does not make you ineligible for the loan. And this is Marcus with Jem. He's in the office also with us, and I've had the opportunity to meet Marcus in person and work with him in person here in the office. Marcus is doing case management, can help you fill out applications, can help you answer questions. If you need to help in rebuilding financials, or Marcus is willing, it can and will help you with that. And the good thing about having Marcus here is he and I communicate regularly. So Marcus has the ability to come to talk to us at Lift Fund directly to make sure that what he is doing works and supports the work that we are doing. So we are all here to help you.
Another question, are the grants considered taxable income? They are, and we will issue a 1099 to the business, next January 2027 for the 2026 grant.
I do want to say that personally, being here in Kerrville now since, the better parts of the time since July, I have thoroughly enjoyed meeting so many of the people in the community, and I hope to meet more, and I want to be here to answer any of your questions.
I don't see any other questions for the moment. We'll still keep hanging on here. But if, of course, you have any questions that you think of after this session, or that you'd just rather discuss one-on-one, you can always, of course, visit the office, which again is at 98 Coronado. And you can also reach out to us, to one of our specialists for the grants. Again, that info is 800-923-9551, and we're available Monday through Friday from 9 to 5. Or you can email us at sbgrants@liftfund.com. Or for our loan team, you can also call us again Monday through Friday at 888-215-2373, or email us at info@liftfund.com. Oh, we have just some message of gratitude. They're saying we met you at the small business meeting, and thank you for coming back to help our community. Thank you, Jan.
We're happy to be here, Jan. So while we wait for any other questions, I'll share a small secret with you all. I have enjoyed being here so much that I am trying to talk my wife into moving to Kerrville. Still have some work to do on that, so give me more information and more ammunition to use on her, please.
Okay, well, I don't see any more questions for the moment. As I mentioned, we will share the slides and the recording of today's session on the website. Just give us a couple days to get that up. We look forward to working with all of you over the next few months and watching you as you rebuild and get back to the legacy that you had built before this. If you have any questions, we're here by phone, by email, in person. And thank you all for your interest and for being here today. We wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you all very much.